Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, galactic earth angelics of our sacred Shambhala. Today is a pivotal day in our ascension process. A new key has opened a new lock, freeing more of our galactic teams to assist us from the higher realms. This doorway of perception opens a new gateway and path with the illumined heart of Christos consciousness. Although every day new codes and keys are coming in from Galactic Core and from Universal Source as these puzzle pieces fit together and unlock new codes in our DNA, the expansion of consciousness accelerates exponentially each and every day. This energy continues building until the ultimate release, which will be the quantum leap we have all been working towards. Great job, Lightworkers. The cultivation has reached a new culmination point. The light is celebrating. Although we still have a little way to go before full activation, we call the event, we need to take a moment and feel and see with the eyes of our spirit what we have accomplished thus far. When you do, it will help you continue keeping the hope alive and building the faith we need for our full transformation. Each day with courage, our faith grows, builds, and expands until all doubt and fear is resolved in the unborn mind of Buddha. This gnosis has been encoded in me by the masters from a very young age, many moons ago. I transmit this Buddha mind to you in this now for the mind-to-mind transmission from Shakyamuni to be complete. Open the portal within to divine connection and let your spirit free. Wake up, open your clear eye of bliss, and see reality as it truly is. We free you eternally from the confines of your mind. In this, we liberate you now. Aho. We have many codes and keys coming in from the solar flares flowing in, the coronal mass ejections from our Solaris, directly from the galactic core, and from the great central sun at the center of the universe. And with these powerful energies flowing in, we did have a spike in the Schumann resonance today. With higher dimensional frequencies, 222 coming in, we had a blast of white light at 26 Hertz at 10:30 UTC. And thank you to everyone that took part in the meditation today for guiding consciousness into the positive timeline. We have many powerful earth changes going on. This powerful Hurricane Ida heading towards Louisiana. We send our prayers and blessings to everyone surrounding the Gulf of Mexico. More major flooding all over this realm. We have flash flooding in Cambodia, South Korea typhoon. Omaze dumps 98 millimeters of rain in 1 hour. Niger flooding, over 100,000 people affected. Myanmar, major landslide. Also the Nile River in the Sudan, major flooding going on there. The Nile flows through Egypt and into the Sudan, parts into Ethiopia, and then into South Sudan, Uganda, and into Lake Victoria, which is on the border of Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. These are just more signs of this quickening, this great shift of ages, and part of prophecy being fulfilled, signs from the heavens, that this is it, the time of the great revelation, the great revealing. Now, we had many activations all over Pachamama in the last 24 hours. 136 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. The most powerful on the Ring of Fire, 5.5, Indonesia. The whole Ring of Fire, again, was totally lit up all day long. Earlier today, south of Fiji on the Ring of Fire, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.3, very deep, 601 kilometers depth. Central America, Costa Rica, 4.3, Argentina, South America, the Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, 4.2, and in the Banda Sea, which is also on the Ring of Fire, 4.6, 164 kilometers, 46 into 64, 1010 portal, first portal to my sacred Condor. South Sandwich, again, many activations all day in the root chakra of Pachamama, 4.8, 12 of the Divine Goddess. Indonesia, 4.6, Morocco, northern tip of Africa. We had a 5.3 Council of 8 energy. This is right on the coast of the Alderan Sea, connected in the foothills of the Atlas Mountains. All mountains on Mother Earth are powerful and sacred. They reach the highest to the heavens, and they anchor deepest into the earth. Most stable structure like Great Pyramid. We had another activation today in the sacred portal in Afghanistan, where the 3 holy mountains come together. Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle, the Sine Wave, the sacred path of the Rainbow Serpent, and the Himalayan Mountains. That's the divine masculine, the old Kundalini of Earth. All the masters know that after World War II, the Kundalini, the main Kundalini of Pachamama, shifted from the Himalayan Mountains of the east to the Andes of the west. That's why all the masters came to the west to teach, one of the many reasons. But very important to know, for the great white dragon had to transform into the great white eagle, and the black gold phoenix had to transform into the great black gold condor, for the two to come together in sacred union. Hieros, Gamos, 555 flowing in. We had another powerful activation, the plateau of Tibet. This is just south of the Kunlun Mountains, right in the middle of the sine wave, the S, with a 4.26 energy. Colombia, South America, 4.4, Divine 44. Chile, South America, Kundalini, Pachamama, Divine Feminine, 5.3, Council of 8, 184 kilometers depth. The northwest of Kuril Islands, which is also on the Ring of Fire, part of Russia, with a 4.3, also very deep, 463 kilometers depth. In China, western Xizang, 4.2, South Sandwich, 4.9, activation 13 of the Divine Feminine. Then we had a 5.1, also South Sandwich, Alaska Peninsula and the Crown of Lemuria, 3.5, Indonesia, 5.0, Gulf of Alaska, 3.3, 33 of Mastery, Okinawa, Japan, 4.4, Pakistan and the powerful portal. This is a 4.8, 12 of the Divine Goddess. The Goddess is rising. This is right in the heart of Pakistan, in the Solomon Range. Then we had another powerful activation right in the trunk of Ganesh, the holy elephant of Antarctica. Right at the tip of the trunk, Drake Passage, South Shetland Islands, 4.9, another 12 activation, 12-12 portal, the third portal to the Divine Goddess. Japan, 4.5, Council of 9 coming in. Smith Valley, Nevada, again today, 3.2. And then southwest of Africa, in the South Atlantic Ocean, this is Divine Masculine Energy, the New Atlantis. In the Dingan Fracture Zone, we had a 5.3, and this was at 4:01 UTC. That was the most recent as of this recording. So the whole grid again, totally lit up, totally activated. All these energies building, releasing, and expanding for this great awakening, this great shift, the ascension of Gaia and all her children. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today, very powerful card of the Dragon Nation, card 15, Abundance. Keywords: abundance, consciousness, giving, receiving, energy, love, appreciation. Key phrases: abundance is a state of plenty. Abundance is a feeling. Abundance surrounds you. Have faith and conviction. Complete trust is required. Your rainy day is today. Determine your goals and reasons and set intentions. A state of contentment not influenced by external factors. Relax and enjoy yourself. Generosity ripples outwards. The more you give, the more you receive. Appreciate and be grateful. Meaning, what is abundance? Abundance is defined as a state of plenty. When the abundance card appears, it signifies a feeling of abundance, of appreciation, that opens you to the abundance that surrounds you. In turn, this feeling gives rise to an abundance consciousness. A person with an abundance consciousness is one who is always hopeful, seeks a fair and equal exchange of energy, and sees potential and opportunity in all experiences. To create and open ourselves to abundance and embrace an abundance consciousness is our seventh reason for being. and potentially one of the more challenging purposes, because it requires absolute faith and conviction. It requires complete trust. Abundance consciousness is a state of contentment and fulfillment that is not influenced by external factors. Regardless of whether the experience was good or bad, one with an abundance consciousness sees the whole experience and learns from the whole experience. Abundance embodies a way of living that does not change, regardless of whether you have more or less in your life. Abundance cannot be earned, given, bestowed, or taken away. It is contentment born of fulfillment and appreciation. Abundance means to see and appreciate the wealth that surrounds you, not just the material wealth, but the abundance of energy, love, nature, spirituality, food, enjoyment, and time. Abundance is a perpetual state of evolution, expansion, and growth that is mirrored in all that surrounds us. If you do not see these things, you may be restricting the flow of abundance. Perhaps you have blockages in place, beliefs that have you seeing a lack or scarcity, and embracing an idea that everything is limited or will run out. Abundance is about giving and receiving in equal measure, rather than controlling, taking, possessing, or hoarding. Being generous and appreciative and grateful will help you to experience abundance. Being loving and giving love will help you receive love. Being respectful will help you bring respect to you. Giving with the right intentions for the right reasons, sharing what you have without fear, rather than dwelling on what you do not have. These will help bring wealth to you. Remember, however, abundance about giving simply because you can and want to, not because you want something in exchange. And now from Divine Sister of the Light, Pamela Johnson. Singularity will happen when all is revealed as the game it is. Then this grand cycle will come to a divine end and new beginning. I know humans want justice, and they will see it. Though no judgment, not all players are what they appear to be. There will be a quick leveling up in truth, compassion, and unity. All of the players come from Source. The roles played were necessary to wake up a sleeping civilization, and they are waking up. The conjured up will be extinguished. Soon. Be in peace. Solar plasma effects on the body are ramping up. Let your rainbow light body shine. The event approaches. You feel it. We are ready to remember it all and do what we came to do. I love us all so much. Power-filled M 4.7 flare from Sunspot 2860 is speeding to catch up and merge with the multiple strong C flares as they are headed to Earth. 80% probability of continuous C flares, even 5% chance of X flare. This is quite an event. The X-rays from this M flare are being absorbed into the Atlantic Ocean. However, a subsequent large flare could cause radio and electric blackout conditions on mainland Americas, including a dramatic intensification to Hurricane Ida. We are seeing an increase in deep earthquakes as well. Waiting on Enlil's spiral for graphic. Bless the day, pilgrims. And from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. M-class flare hits the Earth. What a night. And it's not done yet. How was your night? Radio blackouts hit overnight as an M-class solar flare shot off the sun and straight at the Earth, hitting us around 2 a.m. EDT. Big energies then followed. More of those energies are still coming in. Even the Schumann resonance is waking for these energies. It's an amazing day of massive energies. An anything is possible type of day. Tonight is a massive energetic night as well. It's a full weekend of upgrades and amazement. And these energies follow your resonance. You instinctively know what's best for you. Tap in and trust your knowing. All of this is happening for you. Feel the energies within you. It's an amazing time. From agirlintheuniverse.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Event mode is on. Wow, the sun keeps popping. We just had a huge M-class solar flare. These last two flares are powerful long-duration, Earth-facing CMEs. This is no joke. What I'm getting is that we're in the middle of a major solar event. We have a C-class baseline, and it looks like a never-ending solar flare is ongoing. We also have geomagnetic storms and the Schumann resonance level spiking. Not for the faint or weak of heart, literally speaking. powerful energies supporting our ascension and to manifest our dreams, so create wisely as the energies continue to build. Soak up these codes in the sun. They carry powerful healing frequencies and upgrades for your vessel. The sun also helps with the clearing such as internal parasites and toxins and assists cell renewal, not to mention the vitamin D. I use organic coconut oil instead of sunscreen, but if you do, make sure it's organic if possible. Nature and earthing are our best friends and bring so much balance to our system as the Earth's magnetic field continues to shift and fluctuate, wobble. Connecting with nature allows us to align with Earth's heartbeat. Increase in water intake is highly recommended, also to assist the cellular renewal and clearings. Let's do this and show everyone how we shift in density while staying balanced and having fun. Some may have a hard time navigating these topsy-turvy energies. No surprise. Make sure you listen to what your body, mind, and soul need to assist this massive transformation and shift we're going through. The body is transmuting a lot and needs our support. It's super intense, but there's also so much clarity, expansion, bliss, and joy available, depending on where we're at. We've had takeoff. Some may fluctuate a lot between the two, so staying balanced, centered, and as relaxed as possible is where it's at. Do whatever it takes. Self-care comes first. The rest can wait. All aligns from here for us. Powerful holy shifts unfolding as we shift into higher density. It's all happening, peeps. Enjoy the ride. And from Divine Sister of the Light Celia Fenn, Solar Tsunami and CME Update, Sunspot AR2859 erupted on August 26, producing a C3 class solar flare. The flare, however, was not the main attraction. The eruption also caused a massive solar tsunami. The sun is revving up again. This may explain why I had such a problem with the material dimension yesterday. I kept dropping things and walking into things. Today, still feeling tired and needing some rest and integration time. This is not the time to be taking on the problems of the world, but more a time for internal integration after the Lionsgate and all the changes. I think that September will bring more surprises and changes as we head towards the 9/9 portal and the equinox on the 21st of September. We are in an intense pressure cooker of change and transformation. Many souls, both human and animal, are choosing to leave now. Archangel Michael says that in our daily lives we need to be kind rather than judgmental, and to avoid the I am right, you are wrong attitude that is creating anger, fear, and division. Be in the now, in the moment, and seek to enjoy the blessings of life. Life is still a beautiful blessing, and love will see you home, always. Have a beautiful weekend. And from Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, the Solar Flare Freedom Code. For those ready with the intention to move ahead as their true self and in their true power, Divine Solar Mother is showing the way. She has reignited the solar flare in us. They are only the living ones that can receive this reignition in their bodies and inner worlds. This became possible again because we made it back to our starting point after so long. This is only just the beginning now. We are to allow, receive, and express again our true power, and we are guided to thrive as we truly are. The solar plexus is transforming to be able to process this power. This power has nothing to do with the human material power as we know it. This power is coming from the presence of the self, the solar self, and it is one with the true eternal life. It carries purity, the essence of life, knowledge, and responsibility, and it is connected with all that truly is. It is in absolute harmony, respect, and honor with the energy of service for the good of all. In order for all the above to take place, we have entered a correction and settlement phase. This means we have available an energy that is blessing us with healing, freedom, and renewal like never before, and we now start witnessing the resolution in situations that have been standing for a very long time and were unable to be resolved. True self wishes to practically clear out of the way, correct and settle so that we can be free. The Freedom Code will be given as a powerful tool in this process. One free from weights, free from worry, free from stress, free from pain, free from trauma, can be using energy constructively and effortlessly in full capacity. This is a very different reality than the one we have been experiencing up until now. Message: once one starts clearing the way, one will realize how much energy was being lost by being in the 3D fallen reality, and just by keeping unresolved issues and trauma in his or her personal field, and how easy manifestation can become from then on. Erini. And from a gift from Gaia, G1 solar storm in progress, coupled with an M4.7 solar flare. Now this makes all the difference, as the extra magnitude of light enables us all to see more, and depending on where you are in your path of remembrance will determine how this is experienced. Experiences with pain and suffering are offering connection and teaching the long-forgotten language of light. Where we hurt is where we lack, and this is simply a slip of the value system. Change the values from external to internal. Remember what it is to be in the rhythm of the all in which we move and flow with the universal stream, as opposed to trying to dictate and control it, which is a pain-filled way of operation. When we choose to remember, then all pain and suffering leaves and makes way for miraculous healings, and reveals a baseline frequency of unwavering peace. Relationships going awry? The 3 times extra light can appear to reveal the most bizarre communications and changes within relationships that cannot be described in any other way, but perhaps bonkers or out of character. Flares cause flare-ups when we don't understand the extra light. Imagine it as though people have been living in the darkness, and then they see the light for the first time. It hurts the eyes and people retract. Extra light particles from our sun happens the same, and we follow the same patterns. It just manifests in our reality 3 times the experiences in a multitude of different ways. Solar winds create change and can literally clear away Kansas and have you arriving in Oz minutes earlier than you left. But what is most important is to own every relationship as a direct reflection of you and the relationship you are having with yourself. Remember who you are. Emotions arise with extra light. All is a language requesting to be processed for the purpose of all light, which is ultimate growth energy. That which is content in the darkness and sleeping in the perceived blissful ignorance resists the growth injection that these super waves create. The realignment that opens up during solar surges can and will bring super transformation. The moment the priority switches from the mundane view and attachments and into the supernatural, where miracles happen once you slip into the willingness to play with the unknown. The willingness is the energy that powers the desire to explore the possibilities, that watched all boundaries disappear in the warbling illusion of reality, and realized there to be zero separation other than the workings inside the mind of man, and this viewpoint opens up a whole new world to discover. Breaking the illusion ends the turmoil of the confusion. It brings clarity, and everything behaves clearly. This extra light drives us all collectively out from the dark and into the light, where we get to experience the perfection and the precision, a space where agendas become redundant. So if during the extra light things feel somewhat tough, remember where you are being guided. Remember you are being supported from your highest, most divine aspect and for your greatest good. And remember, most importantly, that you are love and that you are oh so very loved. Presence is the state of being. Gratitude is the key. Growth is the purpose. From a gift from Gaia.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Jennifer Crocart. How to cope with the implosion of the Matrix. Beloved brothers and sisters of Gaia, very soon you are about to see the rules, standards, and cultures of your world unveiled as lies and manipulation. A lot of you all are already aware of a large portion of this information. Most will have a lot to learn. Even those of you who know a lot will be presented with new, more deeply upsetting information. How to cope with the implosion. Lies are made visible in order to dissolve them in the light of clarity, compassion, and love. Darkness is dissolved by light, and you are light. That's why every action you take from light will extend the overall grace required to transmute this time as quickly and efficiently as possible. What we present is a reminder of what you already know, and is no way exhaustive. It's a memoir. This is a reminder of when your mind becomes empty and your heart goes numb. Get back to basics. In essence, humanity is light. Get back into your hearts and your love. It's worth noting what makes your heart sing now, so you can develop a menu of solutions, paths to feelings of love and lightness. It will help when you feel overloaded and you can't even remind you how to feel love. Suggestions include family, friends, pets, meditation, nature, yoga, deep breath. Take note now and list what helps you reconnect with your inner light, your I, divine inner me, your sense of love. Limit your exposure. When you feel overwhelmed by the situation, it's appropriate to take time to take care of yourself. Love yourself, feed yourself. You can't be there for anyone if you lost yourself. There's a reason adults need to put their oxygen mask on before kids on a plane. Many will return to experiencing the child's overwhelm. You can't comfort them if you've lost your center. Remember, it's a phase, the most painful phase in many ways. It will end. This deluge will clear, cleanse, and cleanse more than anything that has ever existed. So when you feel overwhelmed, remember the worst of this is going to end soon. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself and others. Compassion, forgiveness, heart-centered listening, kindness. These qualities are your compass of the soul. When in doubt about how to react, return to these qualities. Channel anger and outrage in a proper way. This is not the time to divide against each other. Now is the time to see reality clearly, and when your innate sense of decency is so appalled that you are overwhelmed by anger, take a time out. Immediately write your anger. Talk to a plant, cry in a pillow, draw it. There are as many ways to spread anger without hurting or scaring others as humans. Deep breath is one of the most transformative workouts you can do. It opens channels to your deep heart, your innate wisdom, and your divine source. In case of stress, respire. It's magic. Let others have their reactions. Most will be unable to respond thoughtfully. If you're prepared for this, you won't take their reactions personally. None of this is directed at you. If you are sensitive or empathetic, which is likely if you're hearing this, be consistent in cleaning your energies daily and even every hour. You can use any method you currently use, from purification to using light tools such as the violet flame of Saint Germain, where you imagine its purple flame instantly dissolving all negative thoughts, feelings, and fears of your energy field. Personal care. When possible, use all the tools at your disposal to keep your energy clear. That includes fresh air, open a window, drinking water, choosing healthier food options when you have access to it. Zoning, using addictive substance may seem appealing, but it prolongs the pain. Generosity of mind to others, sharing your time and resources, will reassure others that humanity is good, kind, and loving. Many will need this reminder. It will be their safety net. Be yourself. You are the strongest of the strong, the bravest of the brave. You woke up to be conscious light in this time. While others will only see tragedy and terror, you will have greater insight and a wise heart. Trust yourself. You are where you are for a reason. Allow your mastery to shine with kindness and compassion. Give a call to whoever you turn to in difficult times. Call on them. Whether you turn to a divine source, galactic, angelic, or nature, no matter who you turn to, bring them closer to you. All those who assist humanity on subtle levels are here for you as equals, as partners. We are all one. Notice the signs, symbols, and coincidence. These are our ways to report our presence. We love you, and we are with you at all times. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Camilla Ackerstrom, staff codes of her original divine feminine blueprint. Until she embodied her inner flame and activates the staff codes of her original divine feminine, she would be unable to find and attract her genetic equal partner. Her genetic equal held her matching rod and staff genetic coding from the first seeding. She has been waiting several lifetimes during the Dark Ages for the time when the planetary frequency would be high enough for the staff codes to be reclaimed and activated safely. She needed to remember her soul's mission to act as the main spiritual catalyst. The rod and staff coding would ignite in the genetic equals, who would be reunited once again into sacred marriage couples during this Ascension cycle. When they embody their original Christos blueprint, they can merge into Hieros Gamos, sacred union. In love, Camilla. And from Divine Brostar of the Light, Eric M. Roth, from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School. Pluto squares Eris. On August 27th, Pluto moves into its fourth out of a series of 5 squares with Eris at 24 degrees and 40 minutes Capricorn Aries, in an orbit more than twice in duration as that of Pluto. The dwarf planet Eris, relatively the same in size as Pluto, is located in the Kuiper belt and takes 559 years to complete one orbit around the Sun. Eris is in a slow part of its orbit and is in the sign of Aries today, between the Siddhis and the Fish constellations, which began in 1922 and will go on until 2044 through 2048, when it begins to transition into the sign of Taurus. It's currently moving at a pace of only 1/4 of a degree per year. Eris is a disruptor and change agent of societies and civilizations, assisting us like Pluto to uncover our own internal and external conflicts, shadows, and disharmonies. Eris is the Greek goddess of strife and discord, while the Romans called her Discordia. She is sister to Ares, among many others. She symbolized certain levels of chaos and trouble for humanity, as projected by those at the time. Eris initiated the Trojan War with a golden apple. Pluto is a dwarf planet that assists us into surrendering to our soul's truth while facing our deepest fears through events beyond our control. It is a process of acute cleansing or detoxing our natural state of being and organic systems and structures, especially when in the sign of Capricorn. Together, this squaring period between 2019 to 2021, when the two planets have been within 1 degree of a square of each other, adds to the greater composting and rebirthing in the world. It also represents a crucial period at this turning of the ages of a co-creation and a mission to free individuals from inequity and imbalance. Turbulence becomes a temporary norm, especially so while Uranus squares Saturn currently in 2021, but also an awakening to a greater conscious clarity of purpose of spirit, due in large part to the flushing out, voluntarily or otherwise, of the collective soul as well as individually. This square can be a revelation for humanity as allies on our spiritual paths. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Venus in Libra, quincunx, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, square Eris retrogrades in Aries. Sadly, it comes as no surprise that world tensions have escalated as Pluto and Eris reach the 4th of 5 passes. Pluto in authoritative Capricorn breaks down long-term structures, demolishes institutions, transforms systems. But Shadow Pluto is brutal, warmongering, power-crazed. Eris is battle-ready. Aries makes us aware of anger, calls out toxic masculinity and game-playing, points to the elephant in the room. In shadow, though, she is a troublemaker, sows discord, delights in disruption. In light, she demotes those who abuse their powers and forces us to confront our fears. Collectively, it isn't easy. The pressure is acute. The connection between personal planet Venus and transpersonal Uranus shows how our hearts are troubled by what we see playing out in the world. Freedom, politics, group alliances, financial issues are all uppermost in our minds. All that we once took for granted is changing. It's hard to stay centered and balanced when it feels like the world is spinning off its axis. Do your best to maintain equilibrium, stay flexible, reach out to those you love. In times like these, friendships is everything. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 257, Red Planetary Earth. The number 10 is called planetary, and its keywords are manifest, perfect, and produce. The 10th step of any wave spell is about manifesting what you need. It provides perfect opportunities. Today is Red Earth, which represents evolution and navigation. We are all evolving all the time, although it can be indiscernible as it happens slowly, unconsciously, and subtly. As we grow older, it is easy to look back and see how we have grown up, softened, and matured. But while we go through the process, it's hard to see. You are a work in progress. On Red Earth days, we can become more conscious about our evolution and take steps to navigate our way down the right path. Today's guide is Red Serpent, which represents life force, survival, and instinct. The serpent has incredible acute senses, always aware of what is going on in the neighborhood. Let this energy guide you through your evolving day. Expect to feel oversensitive, but this can greatly aid navigation, and so accept it. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Planetary Earth, Kin 257, 28th of August 2021, Manifesting Harmony. 28-8-2021 equal 41 equal 10-8-5 equal 113 equal 14 equal 5. Day codes 28 great promise success, 41 power attraction charm, 10 manifestation authority power, 1 new beginnings leader original, 5 freedom change transformation liberation. Month year codes 8 abundant infinite source flow, 5 freedom change transformation liberation. 13 goddess cosmic consciousness natural lore. 4 foundation form earth angelic. Kin 257 equals 77 equal 14 equal 5 freedom change transformation. Another huge planetary day in our ever-evolving ascension journey on planet Earth. Day 10 of the spectacular yellow star wave spell, where we are awakening our sparkle and using our creativity to attract more beauty, grace, and harmony in our lives, so that our lives become a living work of art. And so we reach day 10 and the final countdown to piercing the veil through to source. Today we are perfecting the manifestation of peace and harmony in our beautiful new world that we are collectively co-creating. Perfecting the creation of the reflection of time equals art, as above so below. It is decreed. Tone of creation planetary tone 10 in the physical realm. Action produces, power perfects, essence manifestation. The 10th stage of the yellow star wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the beauty and harmonious flow that we desire. Our lives are transforming, our minds and hearts are at peace. All is well in our beautiful world. Gaia is strongly calling all the planetary wizards to unite in their collective visions of utopia today, meditating and being in stillness in order to perfect our manifestation of this grand planetary new dream of peace on Earth. Let's do this together, planetary kin. Let Gaia reach her highest potential too. Visualize bliss on Earth. Today's question is, how can we perfect the manifestation of the divine harmonic matrix of Mother Gaia? Divine blessings for perfecting extraordinary global manifestations today. In La Keka La Kin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 257, Red, Planetary Earth. The mantra, the code for today is, I perfect in order to evolve. Producing synchronicity, I seal the matrix of navigation. With the planetary tone of manifestation, I am guided by the power of life force. And on this powerful day of life force and activations, and these powerful waves of energy coming in, let us know in the comments below, beloved beings of light, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in our description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges on Patreon and your donations that we're able to continue doing this work and bringing these transmissions and assisting Gaia and humanity in this great awakening. We had 3 new patrons join our Eagle Condor tribe today. Welcome. I'd like to thank and welcome MicheLee K Pi for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Angel of the Light, Jessie D, for your pledge and support on Patreon. And I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Allison Marshall, for your pledge and support. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you all. If you'd like to help support us in our mission and work, you can make a monthly pledge at our link at whitegoldeagle.com, or you could go to patreon.com/primedisclosure. And if you'd like to assist us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems and other beautiful works of art at lunagoddessart.com. I'd like to thank our anonymous angel that purchased one of my Sacred Condor's beautiful goddess totems today. Thank you very much. We appreciate you all and all of your support. It is very kind of all of you for helping us with your wonderful financial support and your light, your connections, and your amazing comments. We are grateful and appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, August 28th, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSC-SDE. Portal 2020 being opened. Appropriate separations initiated. T3, T4, T5. 94% non-regressive. Attention, Mystics of Heba. Support of special projector started. 92% non-regressive. Mystics of Heba. Special reverberation of projector. 92% non-regressive. The light celebrates. Attention, the Romanian line. Support of projector for illumination initiated. 83% non-regressive. The Romanian line. Line illumination in progress. 83% non-regressive. The light celebrates. Renounce, they happen. Elevating potential increase. Crystalline unifications increase. Momentum of healing increases. Controlled dramas diminish. Terrans called to final harvests. Expected rebirths in progress. Nevic grid potentiated. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 potentiating Nevic grid building. And this is from disclosurenews.it. So thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Be sure to keep anchoring these grids into Pachamama through your heart center. And let us all do our best to stay fully present in the eternal now. There are so many external distractions that try to pull us out of our work and our mission. The dark energies, entities, nefarious beings, they do everything in their power to try to get us out of the present, either by worrying about something of the future, regretting something of the past, many different ways. So whatever arises in the physical vessel, allow it to move through you. Ask yourself, can I allow myself to feel whatever it is I'm feeling? Then could I let that feeling go? Would I let it go, and when? This is part of the Sedona method, powerful way to release anything that is causing suffering. You can use this 144 coming in with any emotional issues, physical or mental. You can look up and watch the video I recorded many years ago about teaching the Sedona method and how to release negative emotions and feelings. And be sure to check out our teaching at the Sacred River we recorded last week called Breathwork for Anxiety and Depression. This is a powerful breathing technique transmitted to me from the gold dragon of our Taoist lineage from Kunlun. Qing Feng Dao Shi, meaning pure wind, man of the Tao. So keep rising through these energies flowing in from our Solaris, our beautiful sun, deep into the crystalline core of Pachamama, and keep going through and through and through until full and total compression breakthrough. This is the implosion into the singularity at the center of your vessel. The singularity is a point of infinite density at the center of every black hole, which is actually a reverse of a white hole. It is the yin and the yang of the universe, where darkness feeds and supports the light, and light feeds and supports the dark. And this isn't anything to do with right or wrong, good or evil, good or bad, any of these concepts. It has more to do with emptiness and form, form and emptiness, the quanta, the quantum field of fluctuation, of pulsing, of simulated movement, motion. For everything in reality moves out of and spirals around a still center. We call the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, as transmitted and taught by the great mind, Dr. Walter Russell. You can read his book, The Secret of Light, if you want to understand this concept at a deeper level. 1212 flowing in. Have a most beautiful and blessed awakening journey. Be sure to make it the best day ever. 444. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.